Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Voucher. Tracy here, and if it's too bright in here I do apologise, but I left it rather late in making the video. I made a really nice dinner this evening, and then we got a bit kind of carried away with other things, and so then I suddenly realised I didn't do it. So I'm in here now, but if I pull the blind down it's kind of really dark, so hopefully it's not too bright. You could always wear me watching some sunglasses, just saying, if I'm a bit Doris Day, you know, if I'm a bit radiating. So, yeah, and also, like earlier on, I was feeling really kind of blah all day. Woke up like it, and sort of, I'm having this battle with myself that everything I do, crochet-wise, I don't tend to like. I've got my plaster on, so I'm going to put one on that centre there because that's really sore. I honestly don't know how to get rid of this. So, yeah, not great. But for now, I'm just going to put a plaster on and, you know, hope for the best, really. Hopefully the, you know, not being wet, dry and all that sort of thing is going to help it. I don't know. It's just very annoying. So yeah, kind of like everything that I was trying to make, I wasn't pleased with. And although I'm trying to get rid of that piece of skin, and I've got to stop it. I made a kind of a sunburst square the other day, and I showed you, but I'm thinking I'm preferring these colours. It's kind of more like a sun, or you know, the yellows getting orangey and all that. So what I'm going to do now, I'm not going to leave it at that. I'm going to get this colour involved, this one here, and do some more stuff with it. I'm not really sure on the finished article on that yet, but it's going to be a Boggy Creek blanket once it's done. And I've got the other one on the go. The last few days I've not really crocheted much because of these problems with my hands. Well, it's only really a hand. It's not both of them. It's just this one. I've actually managed to get rid of that skin. But yeah, it's like this thing here and on this thumb that is really causing offence. And yeah, so I tried to give it a rest, but started it up again today and it got worse again. So I don't know. I can't really be a crochet channel that never crochets. But just, you know, call me old-fashioned, but it don't really go, does it? Anyway, I will get to the bottom of it and it will be gone. I've healed it once before. If only I could just remember how. I think it was just by using rubber gloves. But I'm starting to wonder if rubber isn't the problem. You know, like the kind of rubber that goes on the crochet hooks. So therefore, would rubber gloves really help me? Maybe I'm going to look and see if there's one that's not latex, really. And you never know, might help. So what is the picture today? Here we are. I think we've got a little Grogu and that lady that fixes spaceships, and well, it seems to be the two of her. Is she in the mirror or something? Does look like her twice. Ooh, okay, but it's got Grogu, so definitely a good day when it's a Grogu day. I can't believe this. I mean, the time's really late. I'm lucky it's still got any light at all out there. Anyway, let's have the joke. Mum joke. Like dad jokes, but smarter. That's what the book says. And who am I to disagree? I have to do the grocery shopping in my house because the last time one of my husbands, what? How many husbands do you have? I have to do the grocery shopping in my house because the last time one of my husbands went out for a pack of something, he never came back. Ah, that would explain it. You hear of that, don't you? Went out for a pack of cigarettes, never came back. Went out to get milk, never came back. Not so much these days. People are more upfront about leaving, I think, than they used to be. So I've got a nice cup of tea made by Gary before he went to bed, because he's working tomorrow, so he's already gone. It's quite late, as I said. It's probably about, oh, I'll tell you if I could find, oh, hang on. This will tell me. It is 9 o'clock now. Unbelievable. So it was really, really quite warm today. And I went out into the Yarn van and I did some stock taking. I've told you I felt a bit, and yeah, can't exactly get in the car and go anywhere with the bridge and all that. Plus I didn't really want to go buy anything, and I didn't want to use my diesel either. So it was staying in then, and I've overspent. That's why I really have overspent lately. And yeah, I got to kind of stop for a bit. So yeah, went out there, and I thought the other day when I was packing, and I thought I really need to stock take these ones. And also because there was a few that were getting low, I put them in boxes together. So I've now got a few boxes for like freed up. I did get on quite well out there, but it was rather warm, and I couldn't put the aircon on out there because it kind of sucks in from the outside. You know, it sucks air in and cools it. And one of my neighbours, I think it was next door, was having a bonfire, so I didn't want to be sucking that in, so I couldn't have it on. And so in the end I got a little warm, and I thought, you know, that's it, I'm done for the day. I'm going to go in and check the numbers on the computer and start dinner, because I had lamb shanks today. And if you don't have shanks where you come from, they're like on the leg when you get that, I think it's like the joint of the knee, perhaps, I don't know, or ankle, but it's a joint, and you know, like a body joint, not a joint of meat. And so you get this lovely big ball of meat on it. So that's what they call the shank. And I don't know if you get that. I know that if you're British you get shanks, but other than that I have no idea if you do. But it was lovely anyway, they're gorgeous. So I slow cooked them in the slow cooker, obviously, and I did veggies with it. And Gary had new potatoes, like Jersey Royals, and I just had veg that was low carb. So it was lovely anyway. It was really nice. And I've perfected a way of doing baby corn, because you know, in low carb diet you can't have actual corn, but you can have baby corn, and I can make that taste as if it is corn. So that's, yeah, that's quite nice, I have to say. Tomorrow we've got these beef ribs. What it was, we went to a butcher's the other day. This was, you know, one of the reasons I've spent too much money. Not the only reason. There's been a few, couple of £100 here go, then there's been this, and then there's been, and it's just, you know. Yeah. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, we got these beef ribs. Gary bought the shanks and I bought the beef ribs. Or did I buy something else and he bought those? I think I bought something else and he bought those. Mine's in the freezer, I think. Yeah, so yeah, you could get like a fillet steak, real long one, ever so cheap, but you've got to fillet it yourself. Like, you've not fillet it, you've got to get the membrane off and cut it up yourself. So that was my very first ever attempt at being a butcher. Seriously, I got it off. I can't say I got it off well, but I did get it off, and I cut it into steaks that were nice sizes, and Gary and I bagged them and we froze. So anyway, we got this beef rib, and apparently it's an American kind of cut of meat. I don't think it's short ribs. Might be short ribs. I don't think it is though. I don't know. They're thin, but they're long, and there's kind of quite a lot of meat on them, really. Probably are short ribs. Anyway, I'm going to put them in there tomorrow, and we're going to... Gary likes when he has kind of a steak that's either braising, stewing, or you're going to put it in a slow cooker. He likes to have onions and mushrooms, and that's it. Personally, when I did it, I used to make like a soup stew kind of thing, but he doesn't do all that. He doesn't do, he'll eat carrots, but not within it. He likes them to be separate on the side. He's got very funny ways, Gary. So yeah, I've got to do that tomorrow. Or I also have to cook some pork. It's all go, isn't it? Is it like all cooking around here at the minute? I suppose that's always the way when you do low carb. I'm sticking to it. Maybe that was one of the things that kind of was responsible for my can't be bothered attitude today. I don't know. I know there's a lot of things going on. And I spoke to my ex on the phone, and he said he was browned off in the day. And I thought, well, maybe it's atmospheric. Because I always think that when you kind of speak to people, if everyone's like bored, browned off, you know, and if you don't know what browned off is, it means a bit grumpy, you know, a bit fed up, that sort of thing. So I've got a feeling that when that happens and everybody's feeling like that, it's atmospheric pressure, you know, not like mystical, just the the pressure in the air, you know. I do believe that. Because, you know, if you ever find you say, oh, I didn't sleep good last night, then everybody you talk to didn't either. And I think it's the same sort of thing. Like a collective misery sort of thing. But, you know, I weren't too bad. But, yeah, wasn't my fun. I wasn't like bouncy and buoyant. But I did sit and do a bit of crochet and... well, I did do some other crochet as well. I was perfecting a join. Didn't go as I wanted it to. So I gave that one up. See what I mean? So many times I think, right, I'm going to do this. It doesn't go as I wanted it to. And that's just my story of my life lately. I'm kind of annoying myself by not being as prolific as I once was. I know it's a temporary blip. It's not the equivalent of losing your crojo because I'm still picking up the hook. It's just, it's artistic kind of, you know, it's kind of left me at this precise moment in time. It'll be back. It has left before for a while. I think it's like anything. We all have the moods and the things that kind of impact upon us. Anyway, the weather wasn't too bad today. It didn't rain or anything, but it's been overcast and sunny, then overcast, then sunny. It was warm. Cat's been out all day, basking in the sunshine. And it was certainly hot enough to make me leave the yarn van. I could have done so much out there. And that's what annoys me as well about me. Is because I woke up this morning with that can't be arsed attitude. And I kept thinking, well, you know what you could do? You could tidy up the bedroom for a start. You could go out there and unpack those boxes that are in the yarn van that don't need to be there. You know, those things you keep saying you're going to do. So I stock taped instead. I didn't do that. But I did do something that was constructive. I was constructive in a couple of ways. Or three if you consider dinner. So it wasn't like I just sat there sort of woe is me and it's a phrase, I invented it. Woe is me and so we've reached the end of Spartacus Blood and Sand. It's more like soft porn if you ask me. It's got a lot of appendages of both sexes really in. Oh, hello. My light got excited at the thought. But yeah, it's nice. It's a good story. It's a good story. Story of Spartacus. Yeah, so we're watching it again because Gary likes it. Wonder why? But no, he does. He likes it. He loves it really. He loves Spartacus. He likes all that sort of thing. He loves Ben-Hur and all those kind of biblical, and not biblical, but you know what I mean, like he probably did like what's the other one I was thinking of? Biblical one. It's not biblical, it's this gladiators, Tracy. It's Roman, But what was the one I was thinking of? Probably had Kirk Douglas in it. Probably, because he was in them all. He liked Ben-Hur. What's the other one? The Big Epic. There's so many of them though, isn't there, really? But anyway, my mum loved them. She was firstly Charlton Heston and Kirk Douglas, usually shirtless, you know, in those kind of epics. Some of them biblical, some of them Roman. A bit flaky today, do apologise. Well, it's not even today, is it? It's this evening. It's this evening. I could have done a live stream, but of course this is for tomorrow anyway. I couldn't really do a live stream for tomorrow doing it now, could I? So I'm still yet to do something with this. Now I did unwrap it and start, as you can see, but I wasn't keen on what I was doing. It's really soft and it wouldn't annoy my hands. It's really nice and it doesn't really shed. And it's a DK, so I like it. I love these colours. I really need to do something with them. I'm pondering it in my brain at this moment because these ones are mine. This yarn is Peter Pan. It's mega soft, beautiful. Gonna have some tea before it gets cold. Oh, it's so nice when Gary makes it. I don't understand. I do the same thing, but it's always so much better. So, yeah, I've got a, I don't know what to do with myself, really. I don't want to go out tomorrow or not. If I do it, it'll be on the island. I'm not going anywhere near that blessed bridge. 8 days. Can you... I don't know, it's just probably part of that makes me feel like my wings are clipped. It's not the fact that I would have gone somewhere. It's the fact that I can't. And, you know, when I was young, lived on this island. My parents moved here when I was, what? Let me think. I want to say 13. I think. Maybe I was a bit younger, maybe 12, maybe 11. I don't know, around that age anyway. And every winter, there were no buses after 1 o'clock. We would quite often get things like floods trapping us in this end of the island, or snow. You know, we would have massive snow drifts and we were cut off. And this would happen every winter, near enough. Before they did the Thames kind of barrier, we were getting a lot of flooding all the time. I think it was because they were making it. I don't know, but it sort of stopped once it was all finished. But yeah, we were getting like cut off on a regular basis. It used to depress me a lot, just knowing that I couldn't go. Not the fact, I mean, I was a kid, basically. I didn't drive, obviously. The buses were non-existent, and I didn't go out much on the buses, even when they were going. So it was just knowing, no, I don't want to wear this, do I? Just knowing that you're stuck, that you are cut off, that you can't go out. And that happened the other day when that accident happened and the road was closed, and the time before that when the police had closed all the roads. It was just that feeling that that's it, you can't go anywhere. I hate that feeling. It just reminds me of when I was young, because I come from London, you know, where I lived. It was the hive of activity. You could go anywhere, you could get anything, and you could go whenever you like. And then all of a sudden, dead. You know, it's like nobody there. Miles of nothing. That's what it was like back then. Very few people. My mum thought it was idyllic. I can understand that now I'm older, you know. It's when the holiday makers come down, I'll start going. I find myself doing my dad, you know, oh, here they come. Come on holiday, leave their brains at home. You know, that sort of thing. Yeah, even though we were them. That's how we got here in the first place. Because we were here on holiday. And just my mum fell in love with it. That was that. We came all the time until we moved here. Anyway, I haven't really got much else to tell you today because I've just been, you know, a bit flat. Can't even put my finger on a reason. There is no reason. That almost made me burst into song. I don't like Mondays, and it is, to me, it's Monday because it's Tuesday for you, but I'm recording this on Monday, so there is no reason. And how apt that is. I don't like Mondays. Anyway, I'm going to get off and upload this because it's late, and you know, it wasn't that I forgot. I knew I was too kind of like earlier. I was just too to make the. I mean, how can you sit in front of? How can I sit in front of you and just go? Dunno. Not really got anything to say. I'm a bit flat today. Can't do that, can you? Well, I know some people might, but I won't. You know. And then. So I kind of thought, well, I'll have dinner with Gary and we'll watch a bit of telly and then we'll have a few chats and hopefully my mood will improve. It did. Thank goodness. Otherwise, I'd have to say, sorry guys, no video tomorrow because I'm a flake. Because, you know, I don't know, there was no reason to feel like that, you know. Just some days there isn't, is there? You're just in one and you don't know why. That was it for me today. But it's not like I was sad. I mean, I weren't crying and depressed or anything like that. I was just a bit blah is the word. A bit blah. Never mind. Can only get better. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching this Wally, and I will see you then. Bye for now.